You were the chosen one!
In a deleted scene that takes place right after Anakin and Padme are captured by Jango Fett, the bounty hunter would have taken Anakin's lightsaber. Now, I know what you're thinking. How could Jango have stolen his saber if it was destroyed just a few seconds before this? Well, it's because that entire droid factory sequence was actually a reshoot. It was filmed long after George had already decided to remove the 2 deleted scenes that I'm about to show you.
You're holding a Jedi Knight, Obi-Wan Kenobi. I'm formally requesting you hand him over to me now.
We don't recognize the Republic here, Senator. But if Naboo were to join our alliance, I could easily hear your plea for clemency.
And if I don't join your rebellion?
The Republic cannot be fixed, my lady. It is time to start over.
I know of your treaties with the Trade Federation, the Commerce Guilds, and the others, Count. I will not forsake all I have honored and worked for and betray the Republic.
Without your cooperation, I've done all I can for you.
Oh.
Now, you may have seen all of that before in the bonus footage section on the Attack of the Clones DVD, but it turns out that this is only a fraction of the full deleted scene. If you take a look at the official comic adaptation and the original Episode 2 script, we actually see an extended scene that gives a lot more insight into the political state of the galaxy. As Dooku tries to persuade Senator Amidala that they're both fighting for the same goals, the scene would have also repeatedly cut to shots of Anakin reaching for his lightsaber.
Aren't you fed up with the corruption, the bureaucrats, the hypocrisy of it all? Aren't you? Be honest, Senator.
The ideals are still alive, Count, even if the institution is failing.
You believe in the same ideals we believe in, the same ideals we are striving to make prominent. The Chancellor means well, my lady, but he is incompetent. It will not be long before the cult of greed, called the Republic, will lose even the pretext of democracy and freedom.
This extra dialogue adds a lot more depth to Dooku's character and would have made him much more intriguing. He's not your typical evil bad guy. He really is just a frustrated idealist who wants to build a better galaxy. In fact, he has a lot in common with the heroes of the original Star Wars trilogy. Padme referring to the Separatists as a rebellion would have made everything much more nuanced. Who's really the good guy in this story? Dooku is the one being diplomatic and peaceful, while you have a Jedi preparing to ignite his lightsaber for some aggressive negotiations.
I'm sorry, but if you are not going to cooperate, I must turn you over to the Geonosians for justice.
Jango Fett then walks over to Anakin and says,
I'll take that weapon.
but when the Padawan considers fighting instead of surrendering, Dooku interjects by warning.
You may cause a lot of bloodshed, my young Jedi, but you will not escape.
Jango knew a good opportunity when he saw it. How could a Mandalorian bounty hunter pass up on a free lightsaber? I honestly don't think anyone could. And right now, you can actually get 2 lightsabers for free because my company SWA Sabers is running a buy one, get 2 free deal for Black Friday. So be like Jango and don't miss this opportunity to snag 2 of the coolest weapons in the galaxy for free. But anyway, why was this moment deleted? Well, it's because originally George Lucas wanted to keep Obi-Wan's fate and what was happening on Geonosis as a mystery.
When I put the film together, there was a long space without Obi-Wan or knowing where Obi-Wan was. My original conception was that that would all be a mystery. But then when I cut the film together, I looked at it, I said, it isn't that good as a mystery. We need to keep checking back with Obi-Wan, know where he is, know what danger he's in, know what's going on with him. So I figured I'd take the scene really with Padme and Dooku and rewrite it so that it was a scene of Dooku tempting Obi-Wan rather than Dooku tempting Padme.
According to George Lucas, the movie needed to pick up speed as Anakin and Padme landed on Geonosis. So to add some action, he replaced that slower political dialogue with the droid factory scene. What's interesting is that before this sequence was added and everything was a mystery, the audience would have had no idea that the Separatists were building a droid army. However, it would have been briefly hinted at in another deleted scene, where Anakin and Padme are put on trial.
You're committing an act of war, Archduke. I hope you're prepared for the consequences.
What?
Get on with it! Carry out the sentence. I want to see her suffer.
Poggle's line about building weapons would have been the only indication of the massive battle that was about to commence. The factory scene was Lucas's way of giving viewers that clue from earlier on. But that brings us to the arena. The moment all the mysteries and political tensions explode into one of the most epic fights of the Star Wars saga. This battle is significant because it's really the only time we ever see so many Jedi fighting side by side. If Jango Fett wielded Anakin's saber during this fight, we could have potentially witnessed a lightsaber duel between him and the greatest swordsman in the galaxy. In some deleted footage from the Mace vs. Jango fight, we see Mace cut off Jango's arm and stab him before finishing him off the way he does in the movie. But here's the really interesting part. In behind-the-scenes footage where Samuel L. Jackson is rehearsing this fight choreography with stunt coordinator Nick Gillard, you can actually see that Gillard is wielding a lightsaber too. Now, this is certainly not confirmation that Jango and Mace were ever supposed to duel, but come on, we can all agree it would have been pretty awesome. If you want to partake in your own lightsaber fights, don't forget to check out our buy one get two free deal on swasabers.com. Pretty soon we are going to be switching back to a buy one get one, so don't miss this limited time deal. May the Force be with you, always.